Uh, Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I am loving the lady in red. Fabulous, darling.
I'm hoping she stays up and she doesn't fall on us.
I know. I love it. Love.
Thank you.
So,
I need to change my background.
okay. We are currently streaming live on YouTube as well.
Hey, YouTube.
So let's hope this goes smoothly.
Exactly. And I need to behave.
No, it's YouTube. That's the whole purpose.
It's YouTube. Exactly.
Yeah, we don't have to behave on YouTube.
That's true. That's true. Okay, where's my backgrounds, Kim? Why is my CAD background gone?
Oh, you can put it back on if you want. Doesn't matter. You look beautiful like that.
Okay. We'll just stay like that. Okay.
So, tell me how this looks. If I can you see the screen? Okay, I can't see what you see. It
Yes,
does.
I can see. Yeah, you're perfect. Your background's great.
Well, I'm trying. Do you see my screen at all? No. What I'm
No,
trying
not
to
yet.
do is point the computer. Let me try something. For some reason, I
Oh,
have
you
not.
look all rosy cheeked and pink and cute, Barbie.
I
Barbie
look.
going.
I got my setup from the office and brought it here, so I have my ring light and all that today.
Oh,
See today. I'm trying to. I want to share my screen so that we can show the video that we'll be talking about today.
okay.
But it won't let me, so let me try something else. Let's see if I can flip the camera around.
Okay.
And of course, there it is. Let's see. And all it does is show the background again. So let me take off the background. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is just get a video clip of the video. Since I can't share screen, we'll just record my laptop playing the video.
Okay.
And then we'll do our introduction because Matt can edit it to make it look smooth.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to play the video. No, this is the problem I was having earlier. The internet won't stay on. It keeps blinking out.
When you go on YouTube.
Well, that's why I'm on my phone with the YouTube. So YouTube is fine. I figured if I did our recording from the phone, then I could use my laptop for information.
Oh, okay.
But the laptop will not cooperate because it won't stay connected to the internet. I just needed to stay long enough
For that video, right.
for this video, and then we can stick to the phone. All right.
Oh.
All right, let's try it real quick while it's connected. That's why I wanted to get that part out of the way first. If not, I'll just have to screen record and send him a shot, and he'll have to add it in. And the internet went out again. Okay.
Gotcha.
And you can't screen share, can you?
Me? Mm-hmm. I don't know how. Yes, YouTube. Auntie Isha does not know how. Let me see. Well, I see the share button. But I'll need to download that video you sent to us.
Do you have your iPad? Maybe you can do like I did and just point the phone at your iPad.
No, I didn't bring any of that stuff up here.
Okay, that's fine. It was just your phone. I was trying to, be a little professional.
I know.
Get out of here. I'm done. I'm done. Lord have mercy. If people are watching us on YouTube right now,
Hmm?
I said, if anybody was watching us, who are we?
Oh, they just getting the real.
Yeah, that's all.
They want to see the real.
They got it. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
All right. And you are vertical, so let me go vertical too. All right. I'm sure we match. Okay.
So we didn't pick a song for this week, right?
Right. No.
So we just kind of doing our old-fashioned style.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do our little, hey, I guess we'll talk about what we did last night, and then we'll do your weekly reading, and then we'll jump into the discussion about women's power that this man brought up. Unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, I didn't have, when you said that, I was so irritated, but I was like, okay, I can do this. But I was hoping I was going to have balance here. Like I knew Reese and CA was going to be here. So I was going to be like, oh, I'll get to be quiet.
But yeah, and I thought that would be a real good discussion for the four of us. So that I was kind of bummed they couldn't make it, but I don't have a backup topic unless you do.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Me either. I was like, oh, that's going to be a great, because I just knew you and Reese just
right.
take it over the edge. And now I don't know what I said, so I just need to watch it one more time. So I don't even remember what the guy said.
Yeah, I need to watch it one more time too. I remember, but I need to.
Yeah, right. I remember
it was irritating me so much too. Oh, okay. Let me go. I'm gonna watch it. I wonder would it let me watch it while I'm on here.
I'm trying. I just need some internet. Can I please just get some internet? I'm sorry, Isha.
No, you're fine about it.
Oh, look, don't breathe. We have connection.
Okay.
We try to run it. This background. No. Come on.
The remote that I sent back, the remote that you have, that's the remote for that.
Are these Coop ghosts bothering your computer?
No, I can't blame it on them. I always have this particular laptop. I need to get it fixed. It won't hold connection. It keeps hopping out of connection, but it does that everywhere, not just here.
Oh, okay.
Can't blame them this time.
We can't blame them this time. Okay, I'm sorry, spirits.
Let's see. But I got two of them up here. And I set everything up like before, because I knew I was going to take a nap. So I set everything up before I took a nap, set my alarm for 5:45, give me 15 minutes to turn everything on and get it going. And here we are 15 after, and I'm still. And it is not going to do right, is it? Okay. I give up. She's just going to have to pipe it in. But I'm like, I really needed to see it one more again.
Well, watch it on your phone right now.
I am, just to watch it right now. But I wish I
Yeah.
could share screens. But I can't.
Because if I download it to my phone, can I share it on my on the Zoom?
I don't know.
There's a share button. Oh, it says only the host can share in this meeting.
Oh, yeah. That means you get to send the link to somebody else. Oh, share screen. Shut the front door. Everything on your screen, including notifications, will be recorded and enabled. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Press hold the home button. 10 seconds.
Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. It says you're sharing the screen. Yeah.
Welcome, night shifters. We are going to start something a little different by watching a video that we will be talking about later in the show. So let's see. Let me pull it up real quick.
So right now there's this debate going on about women's power. If they have power, if they don't have power, how much power do they have? Let me break it down for you. First, we need to understand man's power. Man's power is like a trained marksman or a mass shooter. Women's power is like a kid that found his daddy's gun. In other words, women's power is secondary. And when they receive it, sometimes they don't know how much power they actually have in their hand. And it's usually given to them by men through negligence. Men, however, whether good or bad, move with purpose and understand how much power they're actually wielding. And that's the difference. So right now, there's this debate going on about women's power. If they have power, if they don't have power, how much power do they have? Let me break it down for you. First, we need to understand man's power. Man's power is like a trained marksman or a mass shooter. Women's power is like a kid that found his daddy's gun. In other words, women's power is secondary. And when they receive it, sometimes they don't know how much power they actually have in their hand. And it's usually given to them by men through negligence. Men, however, whether good or bad, move with purpose and understand how much power they're actually wielding. And that's the difference. So right now there's this debate going on about women's power. If they have power, if they don't.
Couple of times. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, we need a breather after that.
Welcome to the show, Night Shifters. So we started a little different. The video clip that you just saw is what we will be discussing a little bit later. Auntie Isha and I will give our opinion. But first, hey, Night Shifters. Welcome to Coaching After Dark with Coach Kim and Friends, the morning show for Night Shifters. As you can see, Isha and I are holding it down once again. Poor Miss Reese, and I don't mean to say this with a smile because I really do feel bad. But she is not feeling well today, so she's not with us. PA is celebrating life because one of his friends got approved and got a new kidney. So they're getting a kidney transplant later this week. So today the celebratory dinner. So he's with the family.
Yes.
Once again, Night Shifters, you have Auntie Aisha and Coach Kim holding it down as always.
Yes.
So we had a great time this weekend. Let me tell you.
We did.
Aisha gets me in these things. She's always like, hey, how about this? Hey, how about that? And I'm like, okay. So this weekend, actually just last night, my very first ghost hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost hunt. Yes, you heard me right, a ghost hunt. So we went to one of Auntie Aisha's favorite places, which is Casadega, Florida, the psychic of the world.
Yes.
We did a spirit tour, and I'll let Isha explain exactly what that is, and then I'll give my novice opinion of how everything went. So, Isha, what exactly is a spirit tour, and why do you love Casadega, Florida so much?
Okay. So Casadega, Florida is a spiritualist camp. So back in the 1800s, this group of people came following behind one gentleman. He had received information from his shaman that this specific spot in Florida was, basically just a gold mine for people who with supernatural powers. So that's kind of the short version of that story, right? But the reason why I love this place is because it really is. I mean, when you enter Casadega, you feel the shift. You feel that you have entered into almost only way I can describe it is a portal. And I feel it when I come in, and I feel it when I leave. There's a difference. So I love going there. There's a lake there where it's believed that an actual vortex opened and people saw it. I believe it's opened twice, but don't count me up. Don't grade me on that, y'all. Maybe once or twice. But there was an actual vortex that opened over this lake. I've been to the lake. I did not see a vortex, but it is very powerful. There's just no spot in this town that you go to that you don't feel the electricity of the another world, another dimension. You feel as if the veil is a lot thinner here. Like we understand that the spiritual world and earth is kind of entwined together, but I believe there's just certain spots in the world where the veil is so thin that you can feel walking in between the worlds. And Casadega, Florida is one of those places for me.
That was a really good description. There is a different feel in that little town.
Yeah, it really is. So the spirit encounter tour that we went on last night, it's a little different than a ghost tour, because ghost tours usually are more of like haunted areas where there's been activity with an actual spirit, a specific spirit or specific spirits. And there's usually a historical story behind it. Casadega is kind of more, it's just open. So it's like the spirits everywhere. Like this isn't somewhere trauma happened or an event happened. It's everywhere in this area because of the ground is special. Spirits are alive here and active, and more active than in maybe other places. So the spirit tour gave us the opportunity to go out and look for orbs. And we found them. So we just kind of walked up and down the street with our phone, just snapping pictures and seeing what we found. And Kim, did we find stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to find a whole lot more. So let me break it down for those that are skeptics, non-believers, or novices. I believe, just because, well, one, my own spirituality, two, hanging around a TV show all the time, you just never know what you see. But I learned a lot because I'm really not very educated in the world of the spiritualism. So I enjoyed, my favorite part was actually the teaching part, which was in the beginning, when she explained exactly what was going on with the orbs, what the different orbs are, how to capture them, what to look for, and things of that nature. So, and most importantly, because I'm scary. I was Halloween Horror Nights and crying like a baby. Like I will never go to Halloween Horror Nights. So I was a little intimidated about the thought of going ghost hunting. So when she broke it down and explained that, of course, yes, there are evil spirits or evil entities or things of that nature. they are there, but you don't entertain them. So as long as your vibes stay high, you stay positive, and you just kick them out, like you have control.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That my positive spirit, which I always have, is actually a part of the protection bubble that I already have. So
absolutely.
Courage to be able to walk down this dark street in this spooky town in the middle of the night in Casadega, Florida. Just knowing that positivity and love, as always, because I always believe God is love and that is my protection. And that was a great time. Man, Isha was in her element. I wish you guys could have seen her. It was just really educational and an entertaining thing to do. So if you ever get the chance, look up Casadega, Florida, take a little visit, learn a little bit about the history. A lot of Native American history goes on there. And because they do have, actual historical lessons that go on. Then, of course, for those of me that see it as entertainment, you have the more spirit guided type stuff. So yeah, it was a great time. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So what was your favorite part, Aisha?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. What did you say, Kim?
What was your favorite part?
Oh, my favorite part. It was definitely not the education part, Kim. I'm gonna be real.
You knew that stuff. I didn't.
So I liked, but I will say this. So during the education part, I went out a little bit. So I don't know if you told the night shifters this, but during the education part, she had an actual spirit box running. And a spirit box is it's basically a radio that's fine-tuned to be able to pick up on very high frequencies at a very fast rate. So it allows us to hear the voices of our departed ones. So she had that running as she was giving us the introduction on spiritualism and how to use our cameras. So I was trying to interact with the ghosts. And that was fun for me because at one moment I looked over at this window that was just calling to me. It was activity over there. I don't know what it was, but it was activity over there. And I was staring at it. And I heard the spirit come through the box and say, looking over here. So they were acknowledging that I was looking that way. And so that was fun. I love that. Of course, I got a picture, you all, of standing in a dark area, no light. We made sure there was no light around me. We took the first picture, nothing. We took the second picture. I'll just say ghost air appeared so we don't confuse our people. Just a bunch of like a huge white fog appeared around me in a perfect circle, and it looks almost like protection. Like it's beautiful. And then in the third picture, a perfect white orb appeared very high above me. Mm-hmm. And the higher the orb is, the higher the vibration is, and you know that it's a good spirit. So
good energy.
Yeah, good energy. Vibrating high, no low energy. And it was just like this perfect white orb straight above me, just like, hey, I'm here protecting you, loving you. It was very special.
So for all of our night shifters that are into learning more things about this or just experiencing what we experienced or just want to hang out with us, we are planning another tour in the fall. And you're welcome to join us. If you're interested, make sure you hit us up. Either send us a message through YouTube or email us at the.cad.podcast@gmail.com. Or if it's easier to remember, him at coaching.net. But we'd love to see you and have you travel around with us. Yes. We're always doing something.
Come on, y'all. Come on out here with us. Have fun.
Got home. We got home and got settled, and Coop said, "Oh yeah, my machine will be here tomorrow." I'm like, "Huh? Wait, what?" So there's this little what is it, an EFT or
EMF?
EMF.
Yes.
EMF machine that's supposed to detect the when an energy, a spiritual energy is close, it changes colors and things.
Yes.
He ordered one so quick, he's waiting now. Like, where is Amazon?
I love it. I love it.
Our next ghost tour will be Savannah.
Yeah.
But our next adventure.
Who knows?
We're done talking about that for now. We'll be right back right after this. Yeah, that was funny. As soon as he was like, it'll be here tomorrow. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
Oh man. Okay.
He got to be official.
Yeah.
Got to be official.
Gotta be official.
I'm having struggles over here today. Do you hear me? Okay.
What's going on with us today? Is your weekly reading ready?
It is.
Okay. All right, night shifters. We are back. And I know earlier in the show we showed you a little something about someone's opinion about men and women's power. We're gonna get to that. But first, we gotta have Auntie Aisha's weekly reading. What's in store for us this week?
Hey y'all, it's Auntie Isha
Can you
here
hear
to
me?
do the collective reading for this week. And okay, so more challenges. It seems like this, I know, but you know, you gotta have these moments because things have to, for change to come, everything has to sometimes get shook up, and it has to put you in a place where you can actually receive the benefits. And change is sometimes not fun. It can feel icky, but we all have to do it. So yeah, there are definitely going to be some challenges this week, but fret not, my friend. Your karma is going to pull you through this, and you're going to get exactly what you deserve in the end. So there may be even some accusations made against you, but don't worry. It's all gonna turn out in your favor. So just hold on, be patient, stand your ground, keep your integrity, don't let anybody push you over the edge, and it's all gonna work out.
Awesome. All right, night shifters. Now you know. We are ready. Let's go be great.
That's gonna be great.
So Aisha.
Yes.
This young man says that we don't know what we're doing, that we got power from a negligent man and 2-year-olds waving a gun like, I don't know what we can do.
Who going first?
I wanted to kind of try to break it down, and I wish I had taken notes when he was talking because I wanted to break it down bit by bit.
Yeah.
I want to start with the fact that he says the women were given the power by a negligent man.
Yeah.
That so to me, that's kind of saying that none of I wonder if he's single. It's gotta be single. But he's saying that we don't have enough brain power, enough willpower, enough strength, courage, know how.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What power are we talking about? Spiritual power? Are we talking about mental? What kind of power is he referring to?
That's a good question. When I was listening to it, I immediately assumed it was like, I thought like corporate work power, like power to make decisions that affected everyone's lives, like you're a CEO or a boss in charge of a corporation or something like that. That's the kind of power I was thinking. So what kind of power were you thinking?
I thought it was, well, because of who I am, I immediately went into spiritual power, the power that generates us, the power that we actually use to maneuver through life and animate this body and make babies, you know.
But do you think he's smart enough to tap into that kind of power?
Oh, no, I don't think he's smart enough for a lot of things, but that is where that's where my mind went without having any more information. That's what I assumed he was referring to.
Right.
Is spiritual power.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say he is referring to spiritual power. I'm trying to. Okay, do you remember anything else? And what I'm doing right now, which is why I seem preoccupied, but I'm not. I'm trying to get back to where I can share again. There it is. But do you remember anything other than we only gained our power from a negligent man?
Oh yeah. He said basically that men, no matter if they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, they are still better at focusing their power where it should be. Like they're more strategic with it. They're more intentional, that they can, basically they have the bigger picture in mind and they know how to yield that power. Women, however, because we're, I guess, inexperienced, not as intelligent as men, we are kind of like you said, like a child with a wand, just doing things all over the place, and that our power is secondary to theirs.
Yeah, it's as if we don't really own or understand the decisions that we're making when we do these types of things.
Right.
Which I think is
so. The thing is, and he said that we get it from them, but then we should also know that we're secondary. So that's confusing to me, because how did if I got it from you and I was never supposed to, then that means I should never have it. So how am I now secondary?
Don't have power. So right now there's this debate going on about women's power. If they have power, if they don't have power, how much power do they have? Let me break it down for you. First, we need to understand man's power.
We have?
Man's power is like a trained marksman or a mass shooter. Women's power is like a kid that found his daddy's gun. In other words, women's power is secondary. And when they receive it, sometimes they don't know how much power they actually have in their hand. And it's usually given to them by men through negligence. Men, however, whether good or bad, move with purpose and understand how much power they're actually wielding. And that's the difference.
Alrighty then. So let me unshare now, because I think that was enough of him for now. Okay, how much power do we have? Do we understand the amount of power that we have? And do we really understand the decisions and things that we're making when we have this power?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just be real blunt, and I'm just gonna say how I feel.
Yeah.
We have been given a false story.
Come on.
About women. And it is biblically rooted, even though this man is not speaking of the Bible. He never said anything about the Bible. But what happens is, when you are attempting, or you are the oppressor, what you will do is you will create your storyline and root it in morality. So you'll make this a moral issue on women versus men. And it eats into all of our society. So even when we're not talking about the Bible, we're still talking about the Bible.
Right.
It's always there. It's anytime you bring up the genders, that Adam and Eve story is always present. Keeping her subdued so that she does not hurt you is always in the back of their heads. And it's always the silver bullet on why they must oppress us. Because if we give you power, you will kill us and the entire world. And that's what I heard from that young man.
Absolutely. And this society in they believe in that whole patriarchal thing, which is kind of, I know this seems kind of weird, but the Barbie movie really addresses this. I don't know if you had a chance to see. You saw it?
I saw clips.
And that's what the Barbie movie was about. In Barbie Dreamland, everything is matriarchal.
Mm-hmm.
Where out here in the 3D world, everything is patriarchal.
Correct.
And if we bring race into it and go back to Africa, most of the villages and everything and the tribes back then were also matriarchal. They have a feminine gods and they recognize gods. And again, we are the ones that have the portal between life and death. I mean, we bring life into the world, which we kind of touched on with our cisgender last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think our power scares them, just like Black power scares white people.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, this young man has a long way to go when it comes to not just spirituality, but just humanity as a whole.
Correct. Because this is so when I hear these gender conversations, I typically do not go near them with a 10-foot pole because they are typically so low vibrating conversations. Some people come into this world and they remember, they get an opportunity to remember that they came from greatness, and they get to a place where they can quiet that ego down and they can reflect with the people around them, and they see themselves in everyone. So that gender that we come in with is no longer as, it's not as big of a deal once you start to move up in spiritualism, because we understand that first level of thought is very immature thinking. It's spiritually immature to condense a woman down to a body part and duties.
Mm-hmm.
We spiritually mature and understand that the feminine divine energy is what we are all trying to attain. And then we understand that a man is not just a body part and his duties. No, there's a masculine divine energy that we all are trying to pull into our spiritual journey, so that we are constantly combining and constantly creating. But for some people, that first gateway of thought is so safe and so comfortable that they can't even think about coming out of it. It's too scary. I don't want to deal with that. So I'll stay over here and I'll gatekeep, and I will do anything it takes to stay over here and to stay away from all of that. And then they mix in religion and morality and all those other things, and they kind of become, out of their fear to receive more information or more understanding of the world, they kind of start to attack and become aggressive with those who made the decision to have greater high vibrating thought.
That sounds a lot like spirituality to me. Spirituality versus religion. Everything that you're saying, like when you're brought up a certain way and you're taught a certain thing, and this is the only way. God forbid that you think that there's another way outside of the way that you were taught and trained to be. And God forbid that you love someone else whose beliefs are different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that whole thing just to me, the back and forth with religion versus spirituality. And it seems very strange to me how those that are spiritual and spiritualism are open and loving to everybody when God is love. And they don't judge. It's just a matter of you live your life, I live my life, but let's all kumbaya praise, give gratitude and thanks together. Whereas the religious sector is like, it's this way or no way, you're going to hell because you don't believe what I believe. And I can't because you don't believe what I believe.
Right.
But how
and for me, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say, but how is God love? It's God that you go to a sanctuary and pray to every day. God is love and telling you to go out and love, but you can't love this person when your Jesus himself was out in the streets because that's where he was needed.
Yeah.
And he was turning over the tables in the tabernacle. So make it make sense.
Right. And
Anyway.
it becomes it. So for me, religion, most of us here on earth, we're going to come through that first gateway of religion. And it's so I don't necessarily, I don't look back on it and down them and say, no, don't do that. Because there was a time when I was a Bible thumper.
Me too.
You better not come talking to me about nothing but Jesus.
Right, because I was like, la 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 la
la la la la la la la la la la la. But
me too.
But just like Paul, I had that encounter with God that woke me up. So I am thankful for the foundations that religion gave me, or the church.
Yes.
I'm thankful for that foundation, but I definitely outgrew it.
Yeah.
I outgrew it. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. And I said that too. If it wasn't for the church and my upbringing in the religion, if it wasn't for me being there in my cocoon phase,
yes,
I was able to know the love that I know today.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I have you here to, because you get in my head and you make it verbal.
And I think for this young man, that, so you hear a lot of this speech right now, especially amongst younger Black men and on social media. Mm-hmm. They're making names for themselves by attacking Black women. And they're, I don't know where it started. I don't know how it started, but there's a extreme attack on Black women right now with some of the social media influencers. And my problem with all of this is that they don't see how rooted in white supremacy it is. He does not even hear how, if I did not look at that video, that I would not think that was a brother talking.
Right.
Because it has tones of white supremacy. It sounds like the oppressor trying to explain to you why you are less than him and why you need to be under his guidance and control and rule, because he knows better. He's smarter than you. He's more human than you. He's more divine than you. Mm-hmm. When the truth is, there is nowhere in that Bible that any of us read from, or any of the other Bibles, or any other great masters that came through, When Jesus was done speaking, he never said this was only for men. He never said this is only for women. When he said the greater was inside of you, he said you. So whoever was listening to Jesus, that's who Jesus was talking to.
Yeah.
Jesus had men and women around him, and they all played an amazing role in his journey. You cannot eliminate either one of us from this story.
Right.
And
Okay.
as long as you continue to try to oppress, you are going to stay in a state of low vibration.
Yeah. That's true. All right, night shifters. We'll be right back. I don't even know. Did we do 30 minutes?
Oh no, well, I know we had all that technical stuff up front.
Yeah.
So I don't know what time we actually started.
I don't either. I think it was well, I know it was like 6:19 when I said about me taking a nap and all that other good stuff. And so I'd say we started probably about 6:25. YouTube, what time did we start?
How was that, YouTube?
Oh man, okay. I think we got about 3 minutes, so we can wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, night shifters, we are back again. You have Auntie Aisha and Coach Kim here on Coaching After Dark, because the other two slackers are off again. So tonight we were just discussing a YouTube video that's going around by someone. What is it? At The Angry Man, I think is his handle. If you want to follow him, for those of you that were encouraged by his words, and for those of you that just want to see it for yourself, it's At The Angry Man, and that video was pulled from Instagram. So we wrapped up what we did over just last night. We talked about Angry Man and his views on power, and then ended up somehow, because of me, talking about spiritualism and religion.
Oh my God.
But now we are about ready to wrap it up. I just have a couple of reminders. We are live on YouTube every Sunday at 6, which is when we do the recording. This is the actual recording for a show that will air in a couple of weeks on the Lit TV network, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you want to see the raw and uncut version, check us out Sundays at 6 p.m. on YouTube. And of course, we'll be back next week with all of our usual segments, such as CA's Word of the Day, of course, Auntie Aisha's Collective Reading, Reese's Rapid Fire Response, or the Marital Truth, whichever one we get in our inbox. And me just, being me.
Oh, wait, we gotta say it together in the other one. 1, 2, 3. Who sang it best?
Yes. The best segment of all.
Right.
Yes. But make sure you follow us on our social media, which is at the.cad.podcast. And that's on Instagram as well as Facebook. I had to think for a minute. We are on TikTok, but we all keep forgetting to record TikToks because we are a group of a particular age. So if any of you have any grandkids that want to take over our social media, let us know. And also, of course, if you want your business spotlighted right here on the Lit TV network, give us a shout. We have ad space available. So, Auntie Aisha, guess what? Spark ready really soon. Well, this trailer should be ready really soon. So we will have the actors and actresses from the upcoming TV show Calm Sparkle on our show doing an interview experience and how.
All right.
But until then, night shifters, try to behave. Auntie Aisha and I will not.
I will not. Night, y'all.
And that's a wrap for
That's
the
all right. That was good.
That was good for it to be last minute.
I know, right?
Last minute, we threw it on in there. So yeah, and we cut it right at the right time. I got to figure out what we're going to talk about next week. But that would have been really good for all of us to chime in on. I have to find another spicy one for us.
Yeah, because Reese would have been like all on the other side of this.
Yes.
Yes, and CA would have just came. You know how CA do? CA just comes in and drops that one line that is just like so perfect, and I'd be like,
take a sip.
right.
Take a sip.
Good.
We heard you. That is too funny. So tomorrow, right?
What's that?
On YouTube, and you are an actor or an actress looking to be in shows. We are about to start filming a sitcom, and right now we are auditioning for parts. So tomorrow, 25 North Market Street at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on out and audition. Bring a headshot. If you don't have one, we'll take one for you. Just come out and audition and shoot your shot. See if you can be on our next. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, Isha.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Look, now I gotta figure out how to turn all this stuff off.
Right. Good night.